Hello YouTube, Max Stardust here, back with another video. Not this time, but first time, I have a battle against TheKillerNacho, who is my YouTube idol. And I'm not, I was really nervous in this battle. I was like, my idol in my first battle. Yeah, this is my Sun team. His team is horribly weak to Sun, so really bad playing on my part. Sorry if this narration is a little ahead of time because I can't press both the play button to watch the video and record the video at the same time. So I'll try and keep it as simple as as close as possible. So I'll lead out with my Foxy Mama, my Ninetales, and I predict him to go for either a water move or an electric move. So I go into my Eldradimon to take either of them. He goes for Volt Switch and ends up critting. And yeah, such as Life Young Shinobi, but it doesn't do anything. And now he switches out and he goes into his Puff the Magic Dragon lives in something. I forgot the lyric. Shit. Anyway, so his Puff will not take damage from any of my attacks, so I just decided to give it sleep powdering stuff. I'm not exactly sure about the sleep clause rule in Gen 5, but I know that you can keep at least one Pokemon up inside asleep. So I decided to go for Puff the Magic Dragon. Anyway, that's horrible. Way off scale. So I switch out into my Ulgamoth, which is Volcarona, and I have the HP Ice. But I'm pretty sure that his Dragonite. Sorry, burp. Pretty sure that his Dragonite is multi-scale because this is a Specs Ulgamoth. Specs max attack Ulgamoth, max special attack Ulgamoth, and he survives. So I don't know. Maybe his Dragonite is like Dragony Puff Power. No. So he withdraws his Puff because such is life. I think. I don't know. He goes into his bucket to take the HP Ice, and I get a crit here. I think that makes up for the crit he got on my Venusaur, but it does a lot more damage to his bucket than to my Venusaur. So, yeah, it does half, but I don't think that really affected because, whatevs. So I go into Eldradimon, fearing a water move, I think, or something. He goes for a trick, yeah. He goes for a trick, which turned out to be a really good play. I realized after the match because I can't set up with growth anymore to get my attack my speed attack up to +2. If you guys don't know, the Sun growth gives you +2 SP attack and no attack boost. But oh well. So now he predicts the Solar Beam and goes into his Puff the Magic Dragon, which, well, let's just say if I took a rock and chucked it at his face, it would have done more damage because he gets more healing recovery from from the damage I did. His leftovers give him more health back than my Venusaur took health or something. You get the point. So I go into my Orangutan because I don't know why to go into him. I just decide that I had 3 other moves to use, but I didn't want to over-predict on anything because his team really can't take a Flare Blitz, so I just went for a Stab, Choice Banded, Flare Blitz in the Sun from an Infernape with max attack that will KO any Dragonite at that health for sure. So yeah, I take out his Dragonite. This Infernape, what does it carry? It has CC, yeah, close combat. It has U-turn. It has an Earthquake. So right here I'm locked into Flare Blitz, and I don't think that'll KO Bucket. I mean, it would have, apparently. I don't know. So I go into Hawaii, my Lilligant, because, yeah, Lilligant reminds me of Hawaii with this whole dancing and stuff. Anyway, I go into to take the Hydro Pump, and this Lilligant is made primarily to trick the opponent into thinking it's a bulky set. While it has like growth, and it's an offensive set that has Leaf Guard. I don't know if that's released yet or not, but I saw it on Cerebi, so I just went for it. I don't know if that's illegal or not, but oh well. If it had Chlorophyll, it would have been better for me, but I suppose, I don't know. It has Rest to heal up all damage and stuff to give a further illusion if it takes a lot of damage. So yeah, so I go into Ildradimon now because I can just lock myself into Solar Beam, and I do that, and that shall KO his bucket because, well, apparently beams of light destroy buckets. The sun is harmful. Anyway, so his buckety bucket dies, and that is good for me because my Venusaur is like dancing around, and he's like, yeah, you don't mess with the Venusaur. And he goes into Doom Cannon, and right now I'm predicting him to go for agility, so I switch out in my Foxy Mama, and he ends up going for the Rock Polish, which is the same, but I don't know. It's just a different typing. It has the same effect as agility, just a different typing of rock. And here he goes for Thunder Punch, and I go for Nasty Plot here after seeing the damage done by Thunder Punch, and I'm like, even without leftovers recovery, I can take two of those. But I do have leftovers because it's Bulky Ninetales, so Bulky Ninetales is like, I don't take no shit from no one, son. So I get off the Nasty Plot and go for the safe +2 Heat Wave right here as he Thunder Punches. Thunder Punch will get me down to 64 health if I am not wrong. Am I wrong? No, I am not wrong because apparently I was right. Anyway, I go for Heat Wave here. Yeah, and that'll KO Doom Cannon. Well, actually he's Metagross because Doom Cannon is his name on TPX. It's not much of a secret anymore. Come on, let's face that. Anyway, so leftovers gives me back health up to 85, which is like 21 health. So he goes into his Sexalade, his Mismagius, and he just decides to finish off my Foxy Mama with Shadow Ball. So that was pretty good play because if I would have gone for Heat Wave +2, it might have KO'd, or might have been a 2-hit KO because this was supposed to be bulky Mismagius, Calm Mining set and stuff. So I go into Ildradimon. He predicts the Solar Beam very well. He goes into his Rape, his Tentacle Monster, his Ferrothorn. And Solar Beam doesn't do anything. It's just his Tentacle Monster just like, nom 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 nom. Solar Beams. Tasty. Anyway, so he eats up my Solar Beam for breakfast. So now I decide to switch out into my ape, my orangutan, and I hope you get the pun there because orangutan, get it? Because he burned himself when he was... Anyway, so I predicted the Celetrox here, and I go into my orangutan, and that was a good prediction for me because now orangutan won't take major damage from Celetrox. He's actually neutral, I think, to rock type, so I don't know. I go for Blitz, Flare Blitz, just to KO his Tentacle Monster, and yeah, his Iron Barbs hurt, but it's like I took a giant ball of fire and wrapped myself in it, and I was like, good night, I'm going to take a nap here, because I end up hurting myself much more than I end up hurting that Tentacle Monster. So he goes for sub here, predicting my switch. But at this point, I'm gonna go for Flare Blitz because I just want to fodder out my orangutan so that I get a free switch into my legendary, who is my Arcanine, because yeah, it's my Arcanine, and yeah. So he goes. Sorry, what is this? Alright, sorry. This is kind of a messed up thing because I took it in 3 shots. Anyway, he goes for a second sub here. And at this point I thought, is he trying to sub-stall me out? Because his Mismagius will be left with critically low health if he does that. But turns out he was just predicting switches twice and stuff. So right here, he's just like, I don't care anymore. I'm just going to go for Shadow Ball. So he goes for Shadow Ball over here, and that will KO my Infernape because it's about as frail as a piece of paper. You just stick a finger and it's like pop right in the kisser. And Family Guy reference, yeah. So send in legendary, my Arcanine, who does a lot of work here in this match. Arcanine and Infernape are the 2 Pokemon that do most of the work in this match. He goes into his Royal Pain, who is his Nidoking, and I do not know why he did that. I just go for flare blitz here. That'll take out the Nidoking. I do take quite a bit of recoil damage. It takes me down to under half, I think. Wait and find out, kids. Wait and find out. Yes, it takes me to under half. So he goes back into sexy lady, and right now he thinks that he can KO me with a Shadow Ball. And at this point I was like, yep, Arcanine's gonna die. There it goes. Yeah, Arcanine didn't die and lives with 4 HP, and boom! Wow, right in the kisser. Whacked with a Flare Blitz, and that is a 2-0 in my favor. I had Volcarona and Venusaur, I think, left. So, good game, Nacho. I played horribly because his team is pathetically weak to Sun. But anyway, rate, comment, subscribe, guys. See you later. Bye.